Hopefully, everybody can hear me. Let's make sure. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. All right. No sugar. Starting. Can you guys hear me? Testing. One, two, three. I don't know if my mic's working. One, two, three. Good. All right. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you, Brian. All right. Welcome. This is I guess, my first live for my little weight loss journey I'm going to do. And we're going to be cutting out sugar. Sugar is going to be the primary thing. Trying to get my health a little under control. I'm not quite sure exactly how to start these things because it's live and I can't edit. So thank you. So a little backstory. I am trying to lose some more weight. I weigh 306 pounds as of today, this morning. So I want to get that down under control. Try to get that down under control to about like 150, maybe a little less than that. And I figure I might as well start documenting my journey and sharing that with everybody else. And I figure I would jump in and talk about how I'm going to do it, and figured why not put it out there on the YouTube to have a little bit of accountability and share this journey. So, let's see. So I figured what I was gonna do. I'm gonna document everything into a little journal I have, and I've kind of sectioned things out. Like I got rules, I've got habits I'm gonna try to keep, some mindset and accountability. I'm gonna read these in a little bit. I have my baseline as of today. 306. I'm 49.5 BMI, which categorizes me as a type or a class 3 severe obese individual. And I've been severe obese for at least since 2019 that I'm aware of when I first tracked this. I'm 5'6", and my ideal BMI, I guess, is supposed to be 18 and a half to 20, about 25. So they're saying a good ideal weight is about 115 pounds to about 154. So we'll see. I'll see how far we can get down. It'd be nice to lose 150 pounds, but we're gonna see. So a little backstory with that: in 2019, I got diagnosed with the diabetes, and I refused to acknowledge it, believe it, deal with it, like whatever, for a few years, and just kind of ignored that. And back in 2019, May 13th, my BMI was 8.6 when I first got diagnosed. And they sent me to a diabetes counselor. They sent me to do all this stuff for first time diabetes, whatever. And I didn't want to listen and hear and acknowledge it for so much. And I didn't for a few years. And then, in 2024, March 15th, 2024, I had some lab work done, and my BMI shot up to 10.1. I'm like, okay, that kind of made me nervous. And I've seen some YouTube videos in between there of some folks that diabetes. I've had family members that had diabetes, and they've lost their legs. And not only, they started off like losing their feet, and then they lose their legs, and then they just keep losing, and they keep cutting further and further back. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to lose my feet, and if I lose my feet, life's going to get very, very difficult. So I figure I need to get this under control, and I've been kind of messing with it. I've been on Ozempic around that time, but since last year, about this time, to kind of get my A1C down to a normal range. Since then, it has been kind of going down. June 29th, like every 3 months, I'm getting lab work. So June 29th of that year, it dropped down to a 6.8. And then August 28 last year, it dropped down to a 6.2. And somehow, I guess I got a relapse back in February this year, February 10th. It shot up to a 6.7. I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. So I worked on it a little bit, doing the Ozempic. And actually, around that time, I had a boot camp, type 2 non-insulin, correct. So I had a boot camp with a counselor, one-on-one counselor that the state does with me. So for like a month, I sat there and I documented my food, and they tried different medications. Originally, I started off with metformin. They increased my metformin. Then let's try Ozempic, and we did different things, and it tailored a plan for me to kind of get my A1C down. And then I got up on this Dexcon 7, which is great. I don't have one on me right now because it expired, and I'm kind of debating on putting it on just yet because I like going in the hot tub. And every time I've gone in the hot tub, it ruins the sensor that's on the arm. And hanging your arm out to sit in the hot tub is not comfortable, not fun, especially when it's cold outside. But I'm going to put it back on and just say, all right, the hot tub's done, because I need to track my blood sugar as I'm trying this diet. I want to see exactly what's spiking it and what's going to be done with it. So yeah, this is going to be on, and we're going to follow it. But yeah, August 14th, 2025, the last lab I did, my A1C dropped. It came back as a 6.1. So that's good. That's the lowest it has been since I've been tracking my A1C. And up to that point, I had to go back to the doctor every 3 months. And this one here, 6.1, now it's every 3 months since 2019. But COVID kind of jacked things up too. So I have a couple of years of gaps because of COVID. But this last time, they're like, well, congratulations. Now you don't have to come see the doctor and do labs, but every 6 months. And the first thing that people were saying in the doctor's office, like, oh, you're getting healthier because you don't have to do labs every 3 months. I'm like, that is actually kind of a good feeling. So I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing as far as taking the medication for now and tracking. I want to do a little bit more tracking because I want to lose my weight, and I want to keep my legs. So that's the history with that. Now, the only other bad stuff that came back, that came in bad from my lab results was my cholesterol. It came in as a 206 last time. My triglycerides were 199. LDL was 125. And I have a vitamin D deficiency, which is kind of low. So I'm on the vitamin D pills. I just need to get out in the sun a lot more. And as I contribute, my HDL is fine, but I'll continue. As long as I'm eating healthy, I'm pretty sure this stuff will go back to normal. I have, Dr. Turtle says, I have been a pre-diabetic for 12 to 15 years, and I am not on any medication yet. That's a good thing. And it sucks when you have to. I could not get my cholesterol down, so I am on cholesterol meds. I do have cholesterol meds. I have a few other meds. I'm not good at taking meds. So yeah, we'll see. I hate taking meds, so, but I don't take them much. The Ozempic, I do a shot every Saturday, and it's 2 milligrams, like the highest dose you can get, and it seems to be fine. I think the first time I ever took Ozempic, the first day we went to go get some breakfast, and I remember eating, and all of a sudden it was like the weirdest feeling, like a chemical wall just came across my face, like you could see it and feel it, like you could change the chemical change in my body, and all of a sudden I couldn't eat anymore. So since I've been on it, I'm not eating as much, but my number one bad habit is I don't drink coffee. I drink Red Bull, and that's my caffeine and sugar to take. I don't eat candy bars. I don't really drink soda too much. It's the Red Bulls that are killing me. So I definitely want to stop that. So that's going to be the number one thing that we're going to get rid of. Um, let's go back to like why am I wanting to do this? Because I want to my type 2 diabetes and the health issues I have. I definitely want to get off medication. I want to be a little bit more healthier since I'm going to be moving into an RV full time for a few years with my wonderful wife and two little fur babies and traveling. I want to be able to move without restriction a lot more, uh, and just to be a little bit healthier. It's really depressing when like, hey, you're going to jump into like a ride at some, we'll just say carnival or something, and you're too fat to be in that, or you're too heavy to do a zip line. I would love to do a zip line, but I'm too fat to do a zip line. I'm like, all right, that sucks. So there are things that you miss out being a little overweight. I had to do a colonoscopy a few months back, and I had to go do it at a hospital, vice the normal place they do it because the beds don't support anybody that's over 300 pounds. I'm like, oh, that's a real good feeling. And the girl, she's trying to be nice. I'm like, just say I'm fat. I get it. You're too fat for our beds. But it is what it is. It's fine. But I feelings. But I definitely want to get under the 300 pounds. That's gonna be my first goal, is to hit 300, and then we'll do 5-10 mile or 5-10 pound increments and celebrate with that. But anyways, I want to enjoy my life a little bit more without those types of restrictions. So the thing, the rules that I'm going to go by for this nutrition, and I've kind of written these things down, and I'm going to go through them one by one here. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut out all my sugar, so no sugar of any kind, with the exception of honey. I think honey has more beneficial nutrients and health than sugar. So I don't mind using honey, just sparingly, not as, I'm not putting honey in everything, but if I'm going to put a honey in my tea or take a spoonful of honey just for whatever health benefits, that's fine. I don't see an issue with it. I know people that they do vegans and things like that, like, oh no, but I can't support the argument that honey is bad because it's an animal byproduct, whatever. It's the health benefits just outweigh that way more. Hey, retirement is underrated. Hey, sir, welcome. Love your channel, by the way. So with that, with cutting out all the sugar, that means getting rid of artificial sweeteners, no corn syrup, no sodas, no Red Bulls, which is again my kryptonite. Flavored drinks, sweeteners, just trying to get rid of everything I can. And like I said, sugar out, honey is okay. And the next thing I'm trying to get rid of, and with this diet, I'm going to cut out all the refined and processed foods. So refined and processed foods like chips, box meals, white bread. I'm trying to get whole grain as much as possible. So if I'm gonna eat bread, it's gonna probably be like was that famous Dave or whatever it is? I think it's Famous Dave. Whatever Dave's kick-ass bread or something like that. Really good bread, very heavy, and if it molds quick, it's usually pretty good. No fried foods, so I'm not frying anything, which is going to be hard because there are some things we like that frying, especially my wife is Cajun. She likes fried chicken and fried pork chops, and she loves those Cajuns and spices and stuff. So Dave's Killer Bread, that's it, Brian. Yep, Dave's Killer Bread is really good. And if that's the bread I'm going to eat, that's probably going to be that. But when I go to the grocery store, I'm going to look at everything, all the labels before I buy anything. I eat a boring diet of vegetables and fish, but I'm okay with boring. Man, my wife, Dr. Turtle, my wife don't like boring. She's got to have flavor. Mm-mm. She gets upset if there's food that's bland. She don't. We don't go to restaurants too much because they bland down the food for the older people. Ugh. Um, okay, so whole foods. So I'm going to focus on whole foods as much as possible. Cutting out the processed, refined grains and processed stuff. We're trying to get rid of all that. I'm going to try to stick with like whole grains, nuts, fruits, vegetables, seeds, uh, like natural sweetened stuff, like say like an orange. Instead of having juice, have an orange. Um, if I need something sweet, I'll eat a plum or something, whatever. Try to the purpose behind that is if you eat juice, you're getting all that sugar and all the nutrients that comes in it all at once. And what I've learned is if like you eat an apple, your body breaks it down just enough to release the nutrients and sugars at a process, a step by step process. So your body's not being inundated with everything all at once. It's a gradual process as it breaks down. So um, I'll eat eggs again, honey, and like cottage cheese. I like cottage cheese mostly for the protein. You just make sure I'm having protein, but I'm going to use it sparingly. Turtle says, my wife likes a variety of foods, which leads to a lot of food going bad. Yeah, we have that problem. If you freeze the bread, it keeps longer. Then you can pull off the slices as you need. True, true. I know there's like Ezekiel bread, which is god awful, that people love, and they put that in the. I never froze any of our bread before. Usually we try to eat it as fast, but we don't buy a whole ton of breads. I think the only bread thing we have is some croissants my wife got because she wanted croissants that she'll make a sandwich out or whatever out of. All right. So I'm going to focus on eating until I'm satisfied. I'm not trying to stuff myself. I'm going to eat when I eat. I'm going to try to focus on things that have more fiber to help move the bowel system and help take the insulin and stuff out a lot more. And then focus on trying to drink a lot more water. I drink a lot of water, but I need to drink probably a lot more water. So I'll probably drink about probably half a gallon, 80, 100 ounces or so a day. I'm going to try to focus on that, make that my goal. Share, I guess, my meals as much as I can. I feel like it as I go through this process. And then meat, it's okay to have meat, but I'm going to cut down the meat quite a bit, I think. I want to focus on the healthy vegetables to kind of help flush and get my weight down. But I know I need protein and stuff like that. So I'm not saying I'm going to cut out meat entirely. I'm probably just not going to eat as much and as frequent as I have in the past. Like we always eat meat, but if I have a salad and there's no meat in it, that's fine. That's my rules for now. I'm probably going to add and maybe tweak these things as we go. Um, some of these habits I'm talking about, I'm thinking about. One, I want to make sure I'm eating a healthy breakfast first thing in the morning. One thing I don't do is eat breakfast every morning. So I'm thinking, like cottage cheese and fruit and honey and maybe some nuts or something like that in there might be a good breakfast. We'll play it by ear. Retirement is underrated. I went down to 2 meals a day for now. I have stopped the rum and well, there you go. it became a bad habit. I have a lot of weight to lose. Yeah, the rum and coke that'd be a problem. I stopped drinking alcohol altogether shortly after my brother died. My brother, he died of alcohol poisoning, and we have alcoholics in our family and stuff. And I think after my brother died of alcohol poisoning, he destroyed his liver, and he's younger than me. Uh, Kind of put me in a bad taste, and I kind of cut down my alcohol. Now I haven't had alcohol, yeah, probably in a couple of years now. Especially with me being on a Zempic and kind of monitoring my blood sugars more, I've cut it out quite a bit. I don't think we have any alcohol in the house now. I used to have a nice liquor cabinet, stockpile of this, that, and the other, like all kinds of stuff, and not so much more. I think I did more drinking when I was flying to and from cities on the plane. I would bring about 6 to 8 shots of vodka, and I would pour it in some orange juice, just like 3 shots into an orange juice. Drink that when I got on the plane, and then because I had really nervous flying, and by the time I sat down and the plane took off, I was tipsy, and there's been some times where the inside of the plane was spinning like this, and I'm like, I gotta rest, and then I'll like sleep in the rental car or my car for a little bit just to kind of get get back to normal. But I don't do any of that anymore. That was like a really bad habit, but yeah, I just nervous flying caused that issue. Let's see. Oh, so okay, so I'm gonna try to not eat after 8. It might be maybe 6. I might just stop eating. Uh, Try to keep my meals during the daylight hours. I'm gonna move more. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna stretch more. I need to stretch more than anything else. My stretch range of motion has kind of stiffened up as I gotten older, but I'm doing a lot more walking now. But I need to do some resistance training and stretching a lot more. I can't run anymore. Apparently, I got arthritis in the foot and a bone spur that makes it difficult to walk sometimes. So I don't think running is ever going to be in my future, for at least not for a long while. And things just don't work as so great. And I used to be a runner when I was young. I weighed 115 pounds when I joined the Navy. I ran every day. I didn't eat much. God, I was fit, dude. I was fit, and marriage, getting old, working night shift. Yeah. That stuff just takes you down the old man role. Lordy. So we yeah, so we're gonna move around more. I'm gonna try to get decent sleep, and I know I'm gonna try to weigh myself every morning. First thing when I get up in the morning, I want to take my blood sugar, take my weight, just kind of track it to see where I'm at and whatever, just to track it. I know some people say once a week. My doctor told me you do it once a day, and people have more success that do it every day. So I'll stick with that one. I do have a blood pressure monitor, but I think I left that down in my storage unit. So once I get that, I'll start doing that again. I have high blood pressure, not so much. To make it easier, my name is Tim. Hey Tim, thank you. Okay, cool. Now I'll remember that. But yeah, retirement is underrated. You got a good channel. I like your channel, Tim. Um, all right. So the other thing I'm going to do is try to plan my meals through the week. I'm not a very good. I don't cook in the house. I'm not a very good cook. And I think mostly because I don't want to cook. But I kind of rely on my wife because she loves flavor, and if I don't cook something with flavor, she ain't gonna eat it. So whatever. But today, I'm kind of going through, and I've talked to my kid, and I talked to my wife. Hey, if there's sugar in the house, Get rid of it, toss it. I don't care what you do with it, just make it disappear. I'm going to go through and figure out what else needs to get tossed or whatever, do something with. And then I probably will go to the grocery store and probably buy some food that I'm going to focus on eating for the week, like cottage cheese. I probably need to go get some more eggs, some vegetables and things like that. Trying to, we have potatoes, we have onions. I love red onions, but probably more vegetables. I'm gonna take inventory of what we have in our freezer, in our fridge, and in the shelves, and see what I can deal with. But I know I need to go get like cottage cheese and eggs, uh, and some vegetables. I guess we have a lot of other stuff, and then what I'll do is first thing tomorrow. No sugar. Everything starts tomorrow. Today, I'm just kind of laying the foundation. What I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to get everything ready for today, for to start tomorrow. Trying to figure out how I'm going to make myself accountable. To maybe have a come up with like a reward system and a payback system. If I all of a sudden gain 10 pounds, I need to go do something that punishes me. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. If I lose 10 pounds, let's go do something. I don't know. Probably need to figure something that out. But that's, I think, much of it in there. But then I'm just gonna track everything, my food. I'm gonna do a morning reflection of how I feel, kind of like a little journal. How I feel, about the day before, how I'm feeling in the morning, maybe at night. I ain't quite figured that part out yet, but write down what I eat. It just kind of quick idea what I'm eating, my weight, blood sugar, when I wake up, and then kind of go from there. And I have a big fat book, and I'll track every day, hopefully. And then I will probably, I don't know how often I should. I want to do live streams, I think, and to kind of cover and go over everything and talk about whatever. And I don't know how, the punishment. The punishment is to donate a little bit to your favorite charity. That could be a good punishment, but I don't know if that really feels like punishment. It's kind of like a swear jar. Then you're going to go do something fun. I'll just sit there and think about that one. Lost my sidetrack. I forget what I was talking about. So yeah. So I figure, I don't know, maybe doing a live stream or video. I think live streams are kind of fun, but you can't edit them. So I'm thinking might be doing this once a week and providing an a status of where I'm at and what I'm doing, and ask questions. And if people want to follow along, rather they're doing their own thing and they want to follow what I'm doing, we can all share and swap stories and whatever else. That'd be freaking awesome too. But I figure I need to start somewhere, and I figure this would be the best thing I'm going to do. And I'm talking about tea, like, the lives are fun. Okay, and then I'll do lives. I'm thinking like live, like maybe like every Sunday or Saturday. I don't know when a good time to do it. I like. Thank you, Turtle. So yeah, I'll continue doing the live for these. So like these teas, I love these teas. These teas is good. This is a dandelion tea, super herb tea, and I have another one I like too. This one here is like cinnamon. They're kind of, there's no sugar. They're basically like this one here. The ingredients are organic vanilla flavor and other natural flavors. This one here is like organic cinnamon flavor. Not quite sure, but there's just a little pod, whatever, tea stuff in there, and really, really good. It smells good too. But yeah, I've kind of changed my tea to this artsy fartsy tea. It's like organic roasted root from a remedy plant with organic vanilla flavor. I don't know, 36 unbleached tea bags. And this one here is chaga, which is a mushroom, and cordyceps. I don't know if that's a mushroom or not, but that's going to be my replacement in the morning for Red Bull and stuff. I think the challenges I'm going to have though is going to be dandelion. Tim says dandelion is supposed to be good for you. I have some of that. Learned it from the motivational doc. Okay, okay, appreciate that. I think the biggest challenge I'm going to have is the ooh coming off the sugar. I think this week and maybe next week are going to be really really tough. The retaliation my body is going to put on anytime I quit the sugar. I've quit sugar for like a week or a few days at a time, and my body will retaliate. So I'll be tired, I'll be cranky, I'll be uh, uh whatever the side effects from coming off caffeine and sugar. I'm pretty sure going to be very drastic. It might take a few weeks to actually fully get off of it, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to suffer through it and deal with it. And I think once I get past that, I think I'll start seeing good results on a regular basis. I think the the side effects of coming off the sugar it's just brutal. And the only thing that makes it go away is having a Red Bull, and it just magically goes away. Like, oh, perfect. So yeah, that's usually what has happened to get me derailed. Like I can't take the headache. My wife's like, well, once you take an Excedrin, I don't know. I put myself in this position. I need to suffer the consequences. Is kind of the way I look at it. Yeah, I also take was it uh, Beans? I don't know what that is. Supplement and other supplements for my A1C. I've never heard of that. Change is hard. At least for me, we can become such creatures. Yes, I a lot of in like Red Bull. I got caught up in drinking it, and I'm drinking it a lot more. Not as much as I had been, but I used to work nights, and you struggle to stay awake. And a buddy of mine got me on it, and it tasted like a cat's asshole, whatever a asshole tastes like. It tastes like a Red Bull. Um, and it still doesn't taste any good. I think I've had one or two different flavors that were actually pretty good, but want to be done with it, get away from it. Uh, but working nights I think is what caused the problem because I never really drank soda. Well, I take that back. I drank a lot of soda, but once I changed over to Red Bull, my soda intake cut down, except for my Red Bull went up. Yeah, sorry. I need the water. Um, whew. So too funny. But yeah, anybody have any questions or anything or suggestions or I don't know if anybody wants to follow along and um, okay, yeah, I appreciate that, Turtle. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you guys want to follow along, I'm going to do it and try to be accountable and 100% open to this change, and we're going to see exactly what happens. Um, I don't know want to keep it too long, but I appreciate everybody joining and participating. I'm working on a similar thing. Hey, and we can share our journey together. So that's why I put it out there for no, not just me, that any other people that can be inspired or want to do it too. I think sugar is the easily the worst thing for us. It's in everything, not even just sugar, like corn. That corn syrup is in everything. And then like a lot of the food, I can taste chemicals. And uh, driving back from Louisiana earlier this week, you got to stay awake because I drove like 24 hours straight, pretty much. And Red Bull kind of kept me up, but I can taste the sugar in my system. It was so much, but I needed it, and then trying to come off of it, yeah, it's a little rough. Like I have a headache now because I want a Red Bull. I am 100% with you. All right, I appreciate it. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think I've covered everything. My wife's on board. My kids on board. Of course, my dogs are on board. They'll eat my steak any day. Uh, they'll eat all the bad stuff. I gave them a half a zebra cake each last night, so they were just heavy. My little girl had it in her mouth like it was like a special treat. She uh she was just wagging her tail within her mouth, just happy and in love. I know it's not healthy for them, but sometimes you just got to spoil them a little bit. Well, thank you there, Tam. Yeah, and I don't know if I should measure my measurements. I think I did that once before. The last time I did a whole food plant based diet, and I followed Mastering Diabetes program, and this is kind of similar to what it is. It was kind of pretty restrictive, but they eat a lot of fruit and vegetables. It's all vegan based, but they cut out salt, oil, sugars, refined foods, and meat. And it was a good program. I weighed over 330 pounds, and then I dropped the weight in a month over 30 pounds. I was down like 298, I think, the last time I weighed myself before I stopped, and I don't know why I stopped. I probably just should have kept going until I got to my healthy weight, but maybe I wasn't quite ready. But my swelling went down, my labs all improved, like my high blood pressure and cholesterol all went normal when I did this. So now they're kind of creeping back up a little bit, and I want to get that all under control. And I think the uh, the big part is when we do find sell this house. Anybody want to buy my house? Please do. Um, we we're going to be on the road in an RV, so that's going to hold a whole different thing of challenges, I think. Uh, but I'm going to continue doing my best. And we talked already. Like, look, when we were in the RV, no more soda, no Red Bull. We're going to cut that out. We just have to figure out how to do how to eat healthier. And my wife, she's pretty good at it. I mean, she loves eating salads. Her favorite thing lately has been eating salads for like lunch. Uh, I don't know. She just feels good eating that. And where's she at today? She's at the carnival. Well, she's at a monster truck rally. She's doing concessions. She wanted to do concessions, and she's having fun doing a weekend job. We'll have to create a video because see if she'll talk about it because she's having the time of her life right now. Let's see. Oh yeah, I hope so. Definitely hope to see some changes in you, Tim. It definitely. I will. Yeah. My highest was 280. I got 232. Then I got lax, and yeah, so that's the problem. And I want to look at this as a lifestyle change, not just a diet, because I want to change my eating habits from here on out. That's why I don't want to say, hey, I'm giving up meat. And I'm not. I don't want to go extreme one way or the other. But like when it comes to like meat or bad food, I want a croissant. That might be few and far in between. I still want to eat whatever the hell I want to eat, but just in moderations and just not as frequent. Uh, Penn Jillette, one of the guys I kind of admire. He's a pretty smart guy from Penn and Teller. He did this McDouglas food challenge, and he's Penn Jillette, he lost a lot of weight. He was a big heavy guy. He's tall, and he got like something like 50 people that they all lost weight. So they had a nice little support system, and they all kind of encourage, and they still encourage each other to this day. I went to go see him in Vegas a few years ago, and but yeah, he did this diet, kind of similar, more extreme than what I'm trying to do. But But anyways, a buddy of mine got a cameo of him, praising and talking to me. Have you ever done a cameo video? Telling me keep up the good work and stuff. But I need to get back at it and focus on it. Definitely want to get my numbers under control. Like again, I don't want any medications. If I can get rid of the meds, great. If I can walk and not get up and be all hunched over because I'm sore, that'd be great. But yeah, that's going to be the future here. Oh, you saw? Okay. Yeah, that's very good. And then if you want to check some things out, there's a thing called Mastering Diabetes. I was going to go hardcore the diabetic diet a while. This is years ago, and when I was all swollen and 335 pounds or whatever it was really up there. Matter of fact, my BMI was like 55, 56 at that time. And my ankles were swollen, like they were swollen. They're not swollen. They haven't been swollen in years. The only thing I got swollen was my gut. But I'm trying to get all that under there. But and then I kind of stumbled upon the Mastering Diabetes. I'm like, okay, let me look into this a little bit more. And they're more open, and these two guys that got PhDs in nutrition, and they have diabetes themselves. So it program was designed for like type 1, type 2 diabetes. So that's kind of got me in this direction. Like I tried it and I lost a lot of weight and I got healthier. So I want to do that again, but like I don't want to be as restricted. So that's what I'm going to focus on. And then we'll reevaluate this come I will say November 1st. I'll reevaluate whatever, and if I want to change some things, I'll change some things and let everybody know. But I think for now, like once a week, maybe every Sunday, if that works good for everybody, I'll do a live stream and I'll provide the updates and I'll show the whatever I'm documenting, and I'll share along whatever I eat on the channel and stuff, and we'll go from there. So yeah, I think that's probably good. I don't want to go too long. I don't want to keep it an hour. But yeah, if anybody got questions or anybody want to share anything, please reach out, and I appreciate it. Maybe put up a poll about a good time. Maybe put up a poll about a good time. You know what? I can do that. I'm not a very big channel, so not a whole lot of people vote. But yeah, I'll do that. Oh, to meet? Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll do that after this. Maybe we can do like a Discord or something like that. I don't know. We can figure some things out. Definitely figure something out. I did it on mine. Well, you're just a perfectionist, Tim. Okay, yeah, I'll do that here. I'll do that. I'll post something up there and we'll figure that out. But okay, I like I said, I don't want to keep everybody too long. I know people got more important things than me, and I appreciate everybody that wants to participate and follow me. I greatly appreciate it. I really do. Thank you. I didn't want to compete with Buzz or Steve. No, nobody can. They got big following, and I'm not really about all retirement. I'm a little all over the place. Been downsizing, trying to move into an RV, retired. Now I'm doing weight loss, whatever. So I don't know what this channel is all about. It's just following me and my stupid story. So, you think this is a good time for you? Okay. Duly noted. Same here. Okay. All right. Then I'll stick it at 11:45 is what I'm going to do. I'll set up the next one for next week. Yeah. All right. Every Sunday. If I don't write it down, I'll forget. Because I'm old. I'm old and I got dogs. All right. Well, I'm going to cut it short here. Again, thank you, everybody. You guys enjoy the rest of your wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.